Hi. So my cousin is definitely afraid of flying. Like, he gets near airports and he'll have a panic attack. One time I was at his house and a helicopter flew by and he went in the corner and started to cry because there was a helicopter. I'm like, you need to stop. It's a helicopter. You're not even near the helicopter. It's all the way up there. You're down here. But he wants me to drive down the Pacific Coast Highway with him, which is a highway that starts in San Francisco and goes all the way down to San Diego. And I'm like, all right, I'll do this with you, but how are we going to get there? He's like, oh yeah, we'll just drive. I'm like, no, we are not driving across the country to go down the country, come back up the country, and drive back over again. I'm not doing that with you. I will fly across the country, go down the country, come back up the country, and fly back over. I will do that, but I'm not driving all this way. And he's like, no, I'm not flying, I'm not going to do it, and he started to freak out. So to calm him down, I go on the internet and get death statistics. And one website tells me that the chances of you dying on an airplane for any reason is lower than the statistic of you getting mauled by a bear in your bathtub. And when I read that, I realized this must happen a lot because there's a statistic on it. So I imagine what it must be like for this guy who's getting mauled by the bear in his tub. Like, you know, he comes home from his stressful day at work, he just wants to relax in his bubble bath, and he's in there, and he hears a knock on the door, and there's a bear, who then proceeds to maul him. And while he's being mauled to death by this bear, he's probably thinking to himself, damn it, I shouldn't have given that bear those keys. He just looked so trustworthy, though. He had a little hat and a tie. He seemed smarter than average bears. I thought I could trust him. Nope, don't trust bears. I live in the same town as the Long Island medium. She lives 2 blocks away from me. And you know how people complain that, like, reality TV is scripted? Like, people don't act like that. It's all scripted. People wouldn't act like this if they're on an island together. No. I know this show is scripted because I live with them and I know what goes on in the town. Like the prom episode, Teresa asks her daughter who she's taking the prom. And her daughter says, oh, I'm just taking one of my friends. And she's like, oh, which friend is it? She's like, my friend Dan. And she says, who is this Dan? Who is this? I don't know who he is. I have to meet his parents. And what if I get a reading off one of the parents? And she's walking around with like her feather and her incense, just like blowing it around. Victoria and Dan have been best friends since kindergarten. Like, everybody knows they've been best friends. They've been dating on and off again, like, since conception. If they're not dating other people, they're dating each other. That's just the natural order of things. It's like bears mauling people in bathtubs. It just happens. But Dan was that guy in our elementary school who dated, like, everybody in the class. One week, he dated 6 girls in 1 week. And there's only 5 days in a school. And he managed to date 6 different girls in 1 week. And for that, I have tremendous respect for him. And I took ceramics with him my senior year of high school, and our ceramics teacher would ask him to get her stuff. And one time, she asked him to get her a yardstick, and he says, a yardstick? What is a yardstick? I don't even know what a yardstick is. It's a yardstick. It is a stick that is a yard, usually used to measure things that are a yard in length or a unit of length that is smaller than a yard. Are you stupid? And I remember, yes, you are. You are very stupid. He just doesn't understand, like, anything. And he's going to college on a full scholarship, but, you know, like, he does sports. Oh, wait, he should know what a yard is since he does sports. There are yards in sports, right? Yeah, I don't know anything about sports. I don't know. My favorite team is the Patriots because Tom Brady is handsome. They have a player named Mayo, and they entered the Super Bowl last year to Crazy Train. That's the only reason I like them. Oh, and the 49ers because they wear gold pants. I like that too. Thank you, you guys are beautiful.